Behind every legend lies a reason. This is Myth and Motive.
Hungary. Hello everyone. Hungary, located in the heart of Europe, is a country with a long history and rich culture that attracts tourists from all over the world. With its strategic position at the crossroads of many trade and cultural routes, Hungary has become a meeting point of civilizations and histories. From the magnificent capital Budapest, known as the Paris of Eastern Europe, with its beautiful architecture and famous hot springs, to the vast and fertile plains, Hungary offers a harmonious blend of tradition and modernity. Hungary is a landlocked country in Europe and an EU member state that shares borders with 7 countries: Slovakia, Ukraine, Romania, Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, and Austria. The longest border is shared with Slovakia and is approximately 627 kilometers long. Hungary is a country with mostly flat terrain with plains in the eastern and southern parts. Hills and mountains run along the Slovak border and in the western part. The country mainly has a continental climate with warm summers and cold winters. The capital of Hungary is Budapest. This is also the largest city in Hungary with 1.7 million inhabitants. Budapest lies on both sides of the Danube River and has 3 parts, developed over centuries from 3 cities: Buda, Pest, and Óbuda. Hungary is one of the most developed among the former Eastern Bloc communist countries. The country has a highly developed automotive industry with manufacturers like Candler, Audi, Opel, and Suzuki, with domestic car production facilities. Both the electronics and pharmaceutical sectors also employ a large number of workers. Hungary is also famous for its valuable ceramics from manufacturers like Horend and Jolnay. Hungarian paprika is also extremely famous. The country even has 2 museums dedicated to the spice, one in Szeged and one in Kalocsa. Wheat, corn, sugar beets, sunflowers, and potatoes are among the main agricultural products of Hungary. Hungary has been part of the European Union since 2004. However, the country still uses its own currency, the forint. Historically, the Magyar tribes settled earliest in the 9th century AD in the region. The Kingdom of Hungary was founded by Stephen I in the year 1000. The Mongols and Ottomans invaded the country over many centuries. Hungary was part of the Habsburg Empire from the early 18th century until World War I. When the country declared independence again as a republic after the war and with the Treaty of Trianon in 1920, the country's borders were redrawn. After World War II ended, the country became communist. In 1956, the Hungarian people started a revolution against the communist regime. The revolution ended with the communist regime regaining control, once again, with Soviet support and backing. On October 23, 1989, the Hungarian communist regime collapsed and the first democratic elections took place in 1990. To this day, although a small country with an area of over 93,000 square kilometers and a population of less than 10 million, Hungary still impresses international friends with many interesting things. 1. Hungarian is one of the most difficult languages in the world. Hungarian is also known as Magyar, belonging to the Finno-Ugric language family. The Hungarian language is a unique part of the country's culture because it is not closely related to any other major language in Europe. Hungarian is one of the most difficult languages to learn because it has masculine, feminine, and neuter genders, plus about 7 different verb conjugations. Hungarian is also one of the few isolated languages, meaning no one really knows its origin and it is not related to any basic language family. Hungarian has a complex phonetic system with many sounds that are difficult to pronounce and distinguish. Additionally, Hungarian grammar is very complex with many rules and special forms. The vocabulary is rich and diverse, including vocabulary from Turkish and new words created from modern languages. This requires learners to master a large amount of vocabulary and the ability to apply it accurately in appropriate contexts. 2. Hot spring baths and spas. Hungary has a long history of thermal bathing dating back to Roman times. The country is blessed by nature with over 1,500 natural hot springs, and bathing in these mineral-rich waters has become a cherished tradition. Budapest, famous as a spa city, has many natural hot spring baths and thermal mineral baths built from the 16th and 17th centuries, attracting visitors from everywhere to relax as well as for therapeutic purposes. Hungary has very special geology, as when digging deep into the ground, he will find natural hot water streams that can serve for mineral bathing, so it's no surprise that Hungarians have been enjoying thermal baths for thousands of years. Lake Hades in Hungary is known as the largest natural thermal lake in the world. Located near the town of Hades in Hungary, near the western end of the famous Lake Baladin. This site is ranked as the largest thermal lake by surface area in Europe, with a surface area of up to 47,500 square meters. What's special is that its water contains a high mineral content, effective in treating many nervous system disorders and other conditions. The hot water in the lake emerges from springs at the lake bottom with different temperatures. Then this water mixes with the existing cold water in the lake and diffuses. This mixing helps Lake Hades maintain a fairly stable temperature throughout the seasons. Lake Hades in Hungary contains high levels of sulfur, carbonic acid, bicarbonate, calcium, magnesium, and small amounts of radioactive element. These compounds all have good therapeutic properties. In the center of Lake Hades in Hungary, there is a wooden bathhouse built in the 18th century. In the late 19th century, water lilies were introduced to the lake, creating a romantic and pleasant landscape. Placing water lilies in the middle of the lake aims to enhance the beauty and supplement the ecosystem of this site. The mist covering the lake surface slows down the evaporation process combined with the vines protecting the black mud layer around the lake, which will have therapeutic effects. The black mud layer at the bottom of the lake is nourished by both warm and cold water currents. This mud layer contains high mineral content, flowing from springs located in caves 47 meters deep, providing nutrients to the lake. In winter, temperatures here range from 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. On summer days, temperatures rise from 33 to 36 degrees Celsius. The therapeutic effects of the hot water at Lake Hades in Hungary are believed to come from the mixture of inorganic and organic substances in the water. This lake has biological activity and is home to a fairly large number of beneficial bacteria species. Some bacterial species are only found in Hades, such as Micromonospora and Hadesensis. One type of bacteria has the ability to produce senescide and protein content. Or we can mention two types of algae, Seldanabina grassa algae and blue-green Seldanabina papillegmanata algae. These two types of algae are also very 3. Small area but high life. Hungary has rich and diverse flora and fauna, with many species characteristic of the Central European region. Pine forests and broadleaf forests cover most of the forest area in Hungary, with tree species like pine, oak, and cypress. These forests typically have rich ecosystems, including many understory plant species. The Puszta Plain area is one of the characteristic ecosystems of Hungary. Here, grasses, herbs, and shrubs thrive, forming habitats for many wild animal species. Wetlands and riverine areas like Hodopanki National Park have many aquatic plant species such as water lilies, mangroves, and other aquatic grasses. Hungary has many plant reserves that preserve endemic and endangered plant species. These areas are often managed to protect biodiversity and serve scientific research. Hungary is famous for fruits such as plums, island apples, and grapes. The grape industry is particularly developed with many famous wine-producing regions. Some endemic plant species of Hungary, such as heather and birch trees, are commonly found in forest and grassland areas. The southern region of Hungary has a Mediterranean climate, where many plant species like olives and mulberries contribute to the area's botanical richness. Besides plants, Hungary also has many characteristic animal species. First and foremost is the red deer. The red deer is one of the largest and most common wild animals in Hungary. They typically inhabit forests and mountainous regions. The mating season in autumn is the best time to observe this species. Next is the white-tailed eagle, a large raptor considered a symbol of strength and power. Hungary is one of the important places for conserving and observing this bird, especially in riverine areas and large lakes. Wild boars are also common mammals and are often hunted in Hungary. They live in forests and rural areas and hold great importance for both the ecosystem and the country's hunting culture. Hungary is famous for carp farming, and this fish is an important part of both the fisheries industry and the national culinary culture. Carp are farmed in many lakes and ponds throughout the country. Particularly in the region, there is a large owl species that is one of the largest owls in the world, and can be found in the mountainous forests and grasslands of the region. This bird is famous for its resonant call and impressive hunting abilities. 4. The country that created Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube, a popular intellectual toy, was invented by Hungarian architect Erno Rubik in 1974. It quickly became a global phenomenon. Millions of Rubik's Cubes have been sold worldwide since its creation. With its colorful design and the complex mechanism of the cube, Rubik's Cube captures the imagination of people of all ages. It showcases the ingenuity and problem-solving skills of Hungarians. It has become a symbol of intellectual curiosity and perseverance. Erno Rubik was born on July 13, 1944, in Budapest, Hungary. The young Erno Rubik grew up with the romanticism of his mother and the precise scientific calculations of his father. Therefore, Erno was very fond of science and technology, but was also excellent in 1967, after graduating with a degree in architecture from the Budapest University of Technology, Rubik continued to study sculpture and from 1971 to 1975. He worked as an architect and then became a professor at the Budapest College of Applied Arts. Perhaps that background made him passionate about space and abstract movement throughout his life. At the age of 30, Erno Rubik invented the rotating Rubik's Cube. His design consisted of a cube with 6 faces made up of separate smaller cubes, each of which can move horizontally and vertically. To ensure the small cubes can rotate independently and easily without falling apart, Rubik connected them with an internal rotating core. He also experimented with various ways to mark the smaller cubes. But ultimately, he chose a simple solution. The 6 faces of a Rubik's Cube would be painted with 6 different colors. Not only did he create a Rubik's Cube, but Erno Rubik also focused on researching and inventing other intellectual games. For example, he invented the snake Rubik, which has 3 angles that can be rotated to create different animals like turtles, dogs, or the sphere Rubik, and gun puzzles. Erno also improved the Rubik's Cube by designing each face with 4 or 5 rows of squares instead of the original 3 rows. In 2009, Erno Rubik introduced an intellectual game called Rubik's 360. Rubik's 360 has a transparent spherical structure with 2 smaller spheres inside. The challenge of this game is to rotate the small inner spheres so that their colored blocks match the colors on the larger outer sphere. S360 quickly became extremely popular because, like the traditional Rubik, this is a challenge for those who love intellectual games. It can be seen that the Rubik's Cube is not only loved by children worldwide, but is also an attractive toy for many adults. Not only does it help players relax and entertain with arbitrary rotations, but the Rubik's Cube also helps players, especially children, enhance their thinking abilities and develop their brains better compared to other ordinary toys. Hungary has a long and highly regarded history of wine production. The country's diverse climate and fertile soil have created favorable conditions for the development of vineyards. Hungarian wines like Tokaji Asu and Egri Bikaver have been praised by international friends. Additionally, to honor the winemaking tradition, the country also organizes annual wine festivals. The most prominent is the Budapest Wine Festival. This festival offers the opportunity to taste various Hungarian wines and learn about the country's winemaking traditions. Tokaji is a globally famous and highly regarded type of wine, the wine of kings and the king of wines. The limited edition Achentia 208 version of this wine is produced in only 20 bottles, with a retail price of up to $40,000 per bottle. The reason Hungarian Tokaji wine has gained global popularity is primarily due to its origin and long-standing brand. The Tokaj region of Hungary has the oldest winemaking tradition in Central Europe. With a vineyard area of 5,500 hectares, it has a history of at least 800 years. For a long time, this land has been famous for Hungary's excellent Tokaji wine. The Tokaj region mainly cultivates white grape varieties such as Ferment and Harslevelő. These are 2 characteristic grape varieties of the region, with Ferment being highly valued by international wine connoisseurs and collectors. It is ranked alongside grape varieties like Chardonnay and Riesling. Only wines of exceptional quality are highly regarded by wine connoisseurs. Hungarian Tokaji wine harmoniously combines the elements of terroir, premium grape varieties, and excellent flavor. Hungarian Tokaji wine is the crystallization of harmonious essence in its rich, dense texture. With its honey-like amber color, its luxurious shine captivates the heart. When tasting, gently swirl the glass to feel its unique viscosity, providing a satisfying sensation. Take a breath to let the flavor penetrate deeply, experiencing the allure of various fruits. A harmony and lingering flavor that is enchanting. A sip of Hungarian Tokaji wine gives you a sense of elegant sweetness and refined flavor. Additionally, Hungarian Tokaji wine is favored for its miraculous health benefits. Dr. Tess Goldfinger from the University of Arizona College of Medicine states that drinking Hungarian Tokaji wine in moderation helps prevent cardiovascular diseases, improve memory, prevent blood clots, and reduce vascular inflammation, significantly aiding in memory improvement. According to his research, individuals who drink about 1 glass of Hungarian Tokaji wine daily will reduce the risk of Helicobacter pylori infection, limit gastric ulcers and stomach cancer by up to 11%, and significantly reduce food poisoning. According to another study, drinking about 1 to 2 glasses of Hungarian Tokaji wine daily reduces insulin resistance in diabetic patients, thereby effectively reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 40%. Both men and women are concerned about their health. The resveratrol in Hungarian Tokaji wine is very beneficial for health. It helps keep blood vessels healthy, prolongs lifespan, and provides better skin protection due to flavonoids when exposed to sunlight. Hungarian Tokaji wine also effectively improves liver and lung function. Drinking wine in moderation reduces the risk of fatty liver disease by half. The land of European cowboys and equestrian traditions. Hortobágy National Park, located in the eastern part of the Great Hungarian Plain, preserves the culture of pastoralists for 2,000 years. The Alfold, also known as the Great Hungarian Plain, has been the cradle of rural tradition and culture for 2,000 years. It is also where nomadic groups left prehistoric traces, where Magyar tribes formed communities. Living along the Tisza River in the 9th century, Hortobágy National Park was established in 1973, located in the eastern part of the Great Hungarian Plain. With an area of 800 square kilometers, this national park is the largest protected area in Hungary and the largest grassland in Europe. Hortobágy is famous for its pastoralists. Their traditional attire is blue clothing made from linen, along with wide-brimmed black hats. These individuals play a role in Europe no less significant than the cowboys of the American West. Although a symbol of rural nomadic life, life here has not always been peaceful. After World War II, during the period when Central and Eastern European regions were under control, Hortobágy became a forced labor camp for communist prisoners. In 1999, UNESCO recognized Hortobágy National Park as a World Heritage Site due to its rich ecosystem and significant natural and cultural role. Besides the pastoralists, there is a group often living on horseback, the Hungarian cavalry. Hungarian cavalry, especially the light cavalry called hussars, has a long and notable history. Hungarian cavalry played important roles in many battles and wars throughout European history. They are skilled riders and can perform daring, dangerous maneuvers. Famous Hungarian horse breeds like Nonius and Lipizzaner are highly valued for their strength, beauty, and agility. The Lipizzaner horse breed originated from the Austro-Hungarian Empire, developed since the 16th century, and is famous for its gray coat and mature. Although they are usually born with black or brown coats, it has a noble, strong, and agile appearance. This breed is commonly used in equestrian art performances and shows at the Spanish riding school in Vienna. They are renowned for their ability to perform complex and beautiful movements. The Nonius horse breed was developed at the Mazohegyes farm in Hungary in the early 19th century. Originating from a Norman stallion named Nonius Sr., Nonius horses have a strong, muscular build and typically have black or brown coats. They have an average height of 1.55 meters to 1.65 meters and are widely used in agriculture, military, and for pulling carts. Today, they are also used in equestrian sports and agricultural work. Hungary is famous for its craft villages, reflecting the richness and diversity of the country's culture and history. Unique techniques and styles have been passed down from generation to generation, creating a distinctive craft tradition. When it comes to ceramics, Hungarians often think of Hurand village, renowned for its exquisite porcelain products, especially high-end porcelain. Hurand products typically feature intricate patterns, bright colors, and are entirely handmade. Hungarian jewelry and swords are also very famous, with traditional jewelry often made from gold and precious stones. With complex and symbolic designs, these items are often worn during festivals and special occasions. Additionally, Hungarian textile products, wood carvings, and leather goods are highly regarded for their uniqueness and meticulous detail. Water polo is the most beloved traditional sport in Hungary. The Hungarian water polo team is one of the most successful in the world, with numerous Olympic, World Championship, and European Championship titles. Although a small country, Hungary has a strong sporting spirit. Besides water polo, they also favor sports like football, shooting, and fencing. Football is very popular in Hungary. The country was once one of the strongest teams in the 19th Golden Team, achieving many impressive results. Shooting and fencing are two other traditional sports in which Hungary has many international achievements, with numerous medals at the Olympics and World Championships. Unique architecture. In Hungary, you can admire diverse architectural styles, from medieval castles, Baroque palaces, to Art Nouveau and modernist buildings. Budapest, a city famous for its stunning architecture, is home to the Hungarian Parliament building, one of the largest parliament buildings in the world, built in Gothic Revival style with Baroque influences. This structure stands out with its intricate carvings, large dome, and facade facing the Danube River, serving not only as a political center but also as a symbol of national independence and development. Additionally, Buda Castle is a large architectural complex on Buda Hill, comprising many buildings and palaces constructed in Gothic, Baroque, and neoclassical styles. The castle offers a beautiful view of the Danube River and the panorama of Budapest, having been the residence of Hungarian kings for centuries. Buda Castle is now a museum and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another prominent architectural work in the capital is Matthias Church. This building is constructed in Gothic style, notable for its colorful tiled roof and beautiful stained glass windows. Inside the church, many important historical events took place, including the coronations of Hungarian kings, and it is one of the most significant religious structures in the country. Hungarian architecture is not only a blend of various styles but also a testament to the development and transformation through historical periods. These structures are not only symbols of Hungarian culture but also important tourist attractions, drawing visitors from all over the world. Hungary, with its long history and rich culture, stands out through unique architecture, exquisite crafts, and beautiful nature, from vibrant cities like Budapest with the grandeur of the Parliament building and Buda Castle, to peaceful villages where craft traditions are preserved. Hungary continues to shine with its charm and uniqueness, inviting those who wish to explore and experience a distinctive and rich culture.
If the legend hooked you, subscribe and open the next case.